This is Teresa Rogers. I'm really glad to have the opportunity today to talk with Michael Arnowitt about some of the music he'll be playing on his upcoming trip from Toronto to Vermont and Massachusetts. He'll be playing on Saturday, the 25th of February, presented by the Eleva Chamber Players in Waterbury, Vermont at the Waterbury Congregational Church. Then the next day, Sunday, the 26th of February, he'll be playing in Hadley, Massachusetts at the North Hadley Congregational Church. And finally, on Sunday, March 5th, at 3 p.m., he'll be at Bennington College in the Deane Carriage Barn, Bennington, Vermont. Now, Michael, you've got a lot of exciting music, but could you just tell us a little bit about what the main focus will be?
Yeah, we've got a couple of featured pieces on the program. One is a wonderful sonata that Beethoven wrote near the end of his life. It's Sonata number 31 in A-flat major, opus 110. And some people think maybe this is the most emotional sonata he ever wrote. He wrote it when he was near the end of his life and his health was deteriorating, and he knew that. And the piece is all about kind of personal struggle, but also overcoming that anguish and healing and feeling a great feeling of gratitude and resurrection. It's just a wonderful sonata all around, and really happy to be including it on this program.
Now, do you ever connect your own life with these ideas of healing and redemption?
Well, sure. We all have emotions in common, right? So everybody in the audience, myself, an immortal composer like Beethoven, we all know he had his emotions too, and I really feel that Beethoven really was journeying inside himself to this degree that very few composers ever did, but in so doing he really found something totally universal. It's kind of paradoxical that by being antisocial, he actually found something that humans have in common with each other. And there's a certain humane warmth to his music, like kind of it's what we can be when we're in our best our best selves. So yes, that is very true. Another featured piece on the program is some music by the current day Ukrainian composer Victoria Poleva, which I really hope people will be super interested in. This is a composer that I've been trying to find her music for a couple of years, and finally about a year ago, so just actually 2 weeks before Russia invaded Ukraine, she very generously sent me about 10 of her piano compositions, and I've been gradually trying to learn them. I started performing them in the fall, and I've got 3 that I'll be playing on this program. One's called Ischia Island, which is one I've never performed before, so that's a wonderful kind of a soulful piece of music. One called Music That Is Not Yet from her collection Marginalia. That's a very tender piece of music and expressive. And then finally Sonata Quasi una fantasia, which is a very dramatic and intense epic piece. So I'm really trying to spread the word about this wonderful composer of today's Ukraine. So I know it's a small gesture on our part, but I think it helps us feel a little more connected to what's going on in Ukraine to hear some music by a Ukrainian composer, and I'm really happy to have that on our program. And then I've kind of rounded out the concert with some shorter pieces by Bach from his Well-Tempered Clavier, some pieces by Debussy, these really imaginative Études that he wrote near the end of his life, that are full of some, I think, even some references to people and personality. So it's kind of what I feel is an underrated aspect of Debussy's music, is that he does talk about people through music, not just about impressionistic landscapes that we think of with that.
Well, I wonder what he would have
French
said
culture.
about the personality of Schoenberg.
Yes, I'm playing some music by Arnold Schoenberg. Did they know each other? Yeah, I think they probably did.
Okay.
But yeah, he actually Debussy wrote these great letters. You can get a book of his letters. That's just absolutely terribly entertaining and very colorfully written. But yes, I'll be playing some very poetic miniatures, expressionist pieces by Arnold Schoenberg that I truly love, and happy to present that, and also a short little improvisational number by myself called Bibim Bach. And if you know Korean food, you know that I'm half Korean myself, so kind of weaving those little threads together in this program. So you hear some fugues by Bach at the very beginning of the program. You hear my Bibim Bach, which is a mashup of Bach's fugue writing style with bebop jazz of Dizzy Gillespie and Bud Powell type music, and I kind of mix those together, and that's kind of in the middle of the program. And then the Beethoven Sonata is sort of the grand finale of the program. And what does Beethoven do in the finale to his sonata, which is the finale of my program? What does Beethoven do? But he brings in fugues, homage to J.S. Bach, some beautiful healing moments using the fugue in this very emotional way for that very emotional piece. So that's kind of in a nutshell what I'll be playing. I'm really looking forward to sharing the music with folks, and I hope people can come hear the concerts.
So for anybody who's just now tuning in, if you want to see and hear Michael Arnowitt interpret these pieces of music, you will have the opportunity on Saturday, February 25th, presented by the Eleva Chamber Players. That is in Waterbury, Vermont, at the Waterbury Congregational Church at 3 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Then the next day, Sunday, the 26th of February at 3 p.m. if you're in or near North Hadley, Massachusetts, which is near Northampton, you could go to the North Hadley Congregational Church at 3 p.m. Finally, if you are near or can get to Bennington College Deane Carriage Barn in Bennington, Vermont on Saturday, March 5th. Sunday, March 5th. Thank you for correcting me. At 3 p.m. Again, that's Sunday, March 5th at 3 p.m.
Been a real pleasure talking with you, Teresa, and nice conversation, and hope people can come and check out the music.
I always appreciate talking with you, Michael. I wish I could go to some of these concerts.
Okay.